Ramos fight at our last Orlando card? I believe he did. He's very good.
Yeah. Donnell Langford in the blue corner, Antonio Ramos in the red, and he comes out firing.
Donnell Langford does not want to deal with the length of Ramos. He is sticking to him like glue. Ramos has worked him off, fires that big lead, and Langford is getting right in his face. He knows he does not want to get kicked by Ramos.
Yeah, because just look at the range. You got tall and rangy, a true kickboxer, and then you got Donnell Langford, who's had, you know, not only kickboxing fights, but some MMA, a little bit short and stocky.
And is a primary grappler.
Yes.
A very strong man, though. If you can see his shoulders and his build. I'm sure if those fists hit you, they're not going to be good. Ramos is showing.
Kicks right through the guard for the knockdown. And I remember from his last bout, Antonio Ramos, like this high-flying, maximum kicking style.
Man, his legs are ferocious, man. Those kicks are cracking right through. Langford is really thinking about it every time he lets that hip loose. Langford's got to keep it in a punching range so he can try and swarm in. But when they're at kicking range, Ramos is throwing cannons at him.
Yeah, you can't let Ramos, and I can say this experience on sparring with him, you know, at the Jungle MMA, that you can't get him warmed up, especially when it comes to heavy kicker, man. Once you let him get cooking, man, then as long as the round continues to go on, as many kicks as he get landed, man, that builds a fighter's confidence.
Yeah, and when you can feel it in your bones when you land a good shot, especially a kick, like the one that knocked Langford over. That was a ferocious head kick.
A few good shots landing there for Langford. A kick to the body followed by a left to the head.
Yeah, Antonio needs to continue to keep his hands up and continue to pop that jab, followed by those kicks.
Nice step-in knee there from Antonio.
Great control by Ramos. Starts the spin, pulls it at the last second so as to not make contact after the bell.
Both these guys in great shape, but direct contrast in builds.
Yeah, big time.
Langford.
Bulky, stout. Ramos, 6 foot something and shredded.
Very lean.
Ramos with the crazy face, excited to get back to the scrap.
Yeah, what a surprise. Ramos opens up with a kick.
Of course. When you've got such a reach advantage, you'd be silly not to. But Langford has taken away so much space by rushing in with overhands and hooks. He had Ramos on the back step for a minute. Oof. Flying scissor kick to the body, puts Langford on the fence, works the body, works the head, changes his levels, changes directions.
That pressure is building up.
He's looking to spin. Splits the guard with his right hand. Langford gets right back at him, throws a short flurry. Langford cannot hang out in this range. If he is not pressing, he has to be. He should be. Ramos lands clean with that right hand.
Just flowing, switching between knees to the body and straight punches.
Those are the targets that Langford's giving him. Ramos is recognizing and taking full advantage. Big kick by Ramos.
That chase down jump kick is nasty.
He's got Langford pinned on the fence.
Langford's got to circle out here.
Knee to the body from inside the clinch. Great shots. Ramos opening up. Langford taking the damage and dishing back what he can. But Ramos is a lot right now. Working the body of Langford.
And there's still 30 seconds left. So Langford's got to move off the cage.
Our referee, Steven Swearingen, taking Langford for another 8 count after that flurry. Fighters got to know they cannot stand still, hunch at the waist, and just turn into a ball. Yes, you are defending yourself. It is not intelligent defense. You have to be actively trying.
Oh.
Huge head kick by Ramos. Knocks Langford for a loop. And another one to close out the round. Props to Langford's chin, but good Lord. We do not want to find out how good our chin is.
Ramos with that constant pressure.
That's youth, when your gas tank is never ending. I mean, he's definitely showing the wear in between rounds, though deciding not to take a seat, just leaning on his coaches. Langford not taking a stool either. Actually, surprisingly composed, being 2 rounds down. How is Ramos going to start this one? Another flying head kick, maybe? Yes, sir, another head kick by Ramos to open things up. Knee to the body on Langford. Langford pinning Ramos to the cage. Oh, knee to the body, hurts him. With the head kick. To the right knee. Breaking off with the jab, firing huge shots. Seizing all opportunities is Ramos here. Big shots by Langford, landing against the fence. Jumping snap kick by Ramos and a thundering right hand. Langford hits him back with a left straight, but Ramos just walks through it, punishing Langford to the body.
Yeah, those body shots are money for Antonio Ramos there. Donnell needs to circle off the cage and needs to get his opponents back up against the cage and continue to use those overhands. Low to the body, come over the top.
Ramos starting to show a little wear here, but he needs to go back to the well of the body. Every time he touches it, Langford is just shutting down.
Yeah, those body shots, like you said, you could definitely see the wear and tear and the, the cardio level start to dissipate there for Antonio. But I mean, he's still well ahead in the lead here for this fight.
He's already got 2 knockdowns in the fight, and he is punishing Langford at every turn. Langford needs a Hail Mary. Ramos needs to be careful with those knees. He's getting mighty close to the head. Langford finishing strong. Ramos showing his exhaustion late in the 3rd, but it was too little too late. Ramos dominates all 3 rounds, multiple knockdowns. Excellent showing of skill by the young athlete. 19 years old, Antonio Ramos has a very promising future in the combat sports world.
Hard-fought contest between these guys.
Ladies
yes, sir.
And gentlemen, the judges have reached a decision, a unanimous decision at that, for your winner, out of the red corner, Antonio the Unbreakable Ramos.
Antonio Ramos with a beautiful performance and a beautiful display of kicking skills, power, control, and cardio.